Today we're climbing one of the Lake District's most distinctive peaks. But the real story is hidden in its stones and in its slopes, and a legend that survived for centuries. In the old tongue, Blencathra means the Devil's Peak, and some say it's the home of the king of the underworld. And this is a mountain that looks right into your soul on a morning like this, and the legends loom closely. They say these slopes were once the domain of Athalac, the Celtic god of the underworld. In the old tongue, Blencathra can mean the Devil's Peak, a place feared as much as it is revered. Athalac's realm wasn't only below the earth. Some legends say his home was Avalon, a land in the heavens, hidden from mortal sight. Standing here with the clouds swirling and the wind pulling on my clothes, you can imagine how such stories took root and why they'd never quite left this mountain. Whether you believe the tales or not, Blencathra still holds present, one that makes you walk a little slower and look a little longer. Very close to the summit now. Unfortunately still in the clag. But there you are. It's on days like these when you hit the top of the fell and other than the flap of a raven's wing, which you might have just caught, all you can hear is the wind. And that for me, you know, that's music. These are the points where you want to reflect on what drove you to be at the top of the fells, and I'm sure that's different for everybody. For me, it's the satisfaction of being out in nature and pitting myself against a fell that has long been a prize for me. Many years ago, of course, I did come up here, and now when I get up to this height and when I get up to others, Dale Head for instance, I just don't want to leave. It's great, I love it. I like the peace and solitude of it all. Even without the view, I don't care. I really don't. These are the quiet times. And by the by, it is starting to clear a little bit. I can start to see one or two of the fells behind us now. So I think I'll leave it another hour and we'll just chill and see how we get on. Yeah. As we descend the fell and we walk into these atmospherics, it isn't that difficult to see, I would imagine, just why people used to see things in these mists up here. There are reports of armies marching up here, would you believe? That was around about the time of the Jacobite uprising as well, actually. More of that when we do Wella Crag. A very interesting tale. Treason, treachery, and a desperate flight into the mountains. Maybe do that one next time. Oh, here's Sharp Edge. Isn't that terrific? The views have really opened up now. 20 minutes after I leave the top, the cloud's gone. Hey ho, what are you going to do? But I can still revel in it. It's still over 750 metres here, and whole panorama has opened up in front of me. We've got Derwent Water over there, we've got Thurley over there, Clough Head, Wren Crag. What else have we got over there? We have, who knows, just stupendous sights. Hallsfell Ridge, yeah, Doddick Fell running down here, and we're going to go to Scales Fell. What can you say about this place? It's just wonderful. Perhaps in the background you can actually see the top now. It's a shame I missed the 360 reveal. But you know, this particular fell hasn't just got legends attached to it. It is a legend. Read what Wainwright said about it. Wainwright has more pages in his books about Blencathra than any other fell. And that might be something to do with the fact that there's lots of different ways up here, of course. It's got a huge presence that just can't be denied. The Victorians called it Saddleback. And it's quite obvious as you're travelling on the A66 from Penrith. If you look up towards the summit, it looks just like a saddle. So yeah, but Wainwright, he campaigned with the map making companies to have it renamed, or actually not renamed, but brought back to its original name of Blencathra, or the Devil's Gate in the old tongue. And I'm absolutely certain that Wainwright knew precisely what Blencathra meant in the ancient tongue. If the legends are true, this is the gateway to the underworld, and Afalak was the gatekeeper to the underworld. And frankly, when you see the views around here, you can understand why there are myths and legends about a place like this. So my friends, I'm going to call it a day at that. So like, subscribe, may your boots stay dry, and I'll see you on the fells.